Speaking topic related with the describe a piece of local news that was interesting to you. तो आपको कोई न्यूज़ के बारे में बताना है, आपने कुछ अखबार वगैरह में पढ़ा था. What the news was about, मतलब ये पास्ट में है. खबर किस चीज़ के बारे में थी. Where you saw and heard the news, आपको अखबार के कौन से पन्ने पे ये मिली और आपने वहाँ पे क्या इंक्वायरी करी, आपको पता क्या चला रियलिटी में ये हो क्या रहा है. When you saw or heard the news, आपने किस वक्त सुनी और कहाँ पे सुनी. एक्सप्लेन वाई इट वॉज इंटरेस्टिंग, तो आपको वो न्यूज़ इंटरेस्टिंग क्यों लगी. मतलब कहीं पे कोई मेला लग रहा है या कहीं पे कोई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कुछ सेटअप कर रही है, कहीं पे कोई कैंप लग रहा है. सो व्हाट वाज द न्यूज़ अबाउट, दैट्स योर क्वेश्चन.
I usually watch news on news channels, but I always watch on Aaj Tak and daily news for the national and international news. But in local news, I used to watch on PTC Punjabi, and yesterday I watched about a news that my favorite singer Sartaj, Satinder Sartaj, is coming to my hometown. He in a year he always come in my hometown to organize show for charity. He was a lyricist, director, singer and producer also.
He was.
He is. He was very.
He was.
He is very big personality. He always help others.
Help or helps.
Helps others.
Yes.
In my neighborhood of village, he used to come. I'm very thankful for him to organize the show for people who don't have spare money to buy their tickets. He always talk about it in the show. Like our youngsters not used to do drugs and all, and stay healthy. I love his mindset. The beliefs of him are there. He was very helpful to the family.
Was.
Yes. Last year I also went for his show that organized in neighbor of my village. But I can't occupy got the photograph of him. I try to take photograph this time. Then I will go to there and if it is possible, I go with him and ask for autograph and meet him and thank you for everything he was doing.
He
is doing.
Okay.
To influence our.
Okay. So listen, cue card is in a past. So when you would answer these questions answer would be in the past only. But when you are taking some content out, any person, personality, any product, when you are taking out, then you are talking about the feature of that particular product, person or place or thing. Then things will go in the present. Then again you go back to reference. If you go back to reference the news, then again you would go to past. And again if you are going to plan it for future, then you would go to future. So in a single cue card you can use 3 tenses. So first the news was, it is in the past. So what the news was about, you didn't tell me. So news was about the concert that is about to held, etc. The exact location or timing that you didn't mention. So where you saw at that TV channel, you heard, suna tumne, so that you mentioned. So when you saw or heard the news, कितने सुबह की रात की न्यूज़ का दैट टाइम.
It's really
चलो, so explain why it was interesting. So that content you took more. First of all, you are to cover whole question. Means like 4 questions are there. So each question try to give 1 or 2 lines. Then select one question and pull that question ahead, and you are to speak between 2 to 3 minutes. You will not be interrupted. Between 2 to 3 minutes you have to speak. That's your time. And between 2 to 3 months, how do you impress your teacher to give you band more than 7? So you have 2 minutes to impress the person. They will check your vocab, your grammatical mistakes, or whether you are correct or not, your grammar, your vocab, your confidence, everything will be just getting my point. Okay, now follow-up questions. Why do local people like to read local news?
in my hometown, local people want to always read local news because they will be more affected than international news. Because if there is a good infrastructure is built in my hometown, they will be visit there. And if there is a bad news like increasing of crime rate in my hometown, this will also help to aware them to stay safe and make their security will be increased.
Okay. Why do people like local news more than international news? Same question is there, but now you have to pay attention on international news.
I also mentioned previous question, like if in my hometown always people always focus on local news rather than international news, because international news may be not many more interesting for them. Like they will be not indirectly
Will be not, no, they will not
will be very
affected. They will not be affected.
from it, but if they are local news, they will be very very helpful for them. But directly they will be affected. But in international news is compared to international news, in international news they will be interacted, they will be affected.
Affect indirectly.
If in crime rate is increased, this will be help them to stay aware. But in we compared to international news, if in international news the war is going on, they may be this may be help them to
This may help them. Be near.
may help them to be aware from that.
Okay. Not be near. How often do Indian people buy news? I will make it clear right now. Just finish that topic. How often do people buy newspaper?
In my hometown, every people used to buy often newspaper because newspaper is about local news, not for international news. In local news, everything is possible to express in the every way. If there is good thing or bad thing, they will be try to give you.
Be near. They will try
to give you to buy.
Last question. Is it convenient to get deals on the internet in your country? News?
Yes. It will be convenient to hear news from online and purchase on internet. This may be more helpful.
Okay. Now we are going for third part for the random questions. Okay, so we are talking about the news. First of all, can you define the word news?
Yes, I may be fine it.
Not be. I may try to define.
If there is a happening is going on or going in past or maybe going in future. This all are news.
So news, NEWS, north, east, south, west. It means they are covering the whole world. Use the word news, immerse. Okay. So why it's essential to know related to our surroundings?
First of all, we aware about it.
Hmm?
We used to always aware about it, like there is a bad news or good news. That's
Okay.
why we have to aware it. You know?
And what is the main motto of the news?
So where the people,
Okay. Does it really work so?
yes,
Does it make people aware of that or make people afraid of that?
what may be take place
Hmm.
if
भी नहीं आएगा. Okay, you continue later. I would make you understand.
the people have the news about it, like there is a bomb in their surrounding and they will pop on this place. This may be afraid from it.
Okay. And from which sources do we get news?
Newspaper, news channels are and from mainly from internet, because in my hometown internet is the main source of news.
Okay. And which type of rules are there so that press should work properly? Do you know about that? Do you know about the policies related to press and media of your country?
If the news is correct, then maybe they put a finger on the internet. If there is not possible news, then it will be used question mark.
So does government control on media? Can government control on media?
Yes,
Okay.
but I didn't speak because
Okay. I can't. Okay. So now just come for the newspaper. Just tell me about a newspaper. Which type news are covered? Or the let's see what you speak. Mostly which type content is covered inside the newspaper? That would be the correct way to ask.
all content are covered because there is 8 pages.
Hmm.
First is introduction pages,
Hmm.
then movie pages, then the sports page, and at the end there is a page for covering probably Bollywood,
Hmm. And market page.
market page is still there, and some puzzles are there
Hmm.
to solve.
And ads,
Ads, maybe.
buying, selling,
Yes,
and matrimonium.
and all the
6 to 7 pages are only for this only. That. So these type of newses are delivered with the help of newspaper. Why the cost of newspaper is cheaper?
because it may be printed in huge amount. That's why.
Okay. Another.
The companies of newspaper is want to stand in the
Is want नहीं आएगा.
wanted to stand
Wants to.
wants to stand in monopoly.
So do you know what would be the cost of a single newspaper to print it?
Half of them.
So if a newspaper are printed in the quantity of crores, if the population is that much crore, then a single home is, if having one newspaper daily, then maybe, not maybe, surely they are going to print more than crores.
Notice.
Correct? So suppose, so okay, 1 crore newspaper we measure like that. 1 crore newspaper are printed, right? So do you know the amount? Do you guess the amount for a single newspaper?
2 crore.
Investment to print the newspaper.
For one newspaper.
For if
2
It-
rupees.
what would be the cost to print a newspaper when you add the editor's cost, when you add the printing cost, when you add the sources cost?
8 rupees.
Okay, you can consider any 8. And in which price do they sell the newspaper?
12 or 14.
Between 12 to 14 rupees single newspaper, right? So that's their cost and that's their margin and they that. Okay.
180 divided by 30. What is
Okay,
that?
that's your choice. Even I also don't know exactly figure.
180 divided by 30.
Okay, so that is their cost and that they
Same.
sell. So between that they get their profit,
Yes.
the margin. Okay. So do you think the exact newspaper cost is that?
Maybe.
Okay. Now think like that. You have to give some ad inside newspaper. Will they charge?
Yes.
So for a single advertisement, just words they have mentioned, like 18 words, 35 rupees, 40 rupees. So if a 12 pages newspaper is there, 4 pages are only for the advertisements.
It was also very good.
So now, do they really earn from the money which public gives them? Even if they give the newspaper free of cost, then also
There they go.
they have the income. So in this case, when they are having amount to print it, so then where is the authenticity, the genuinity, means the news they are going to print out that's genuine, because they note down the below, editor is not going to responsible, public is going to responsible if they are going to have further affairs with those parties. If any conflict is going to be, editor isn't going to responsible, then even they are not responsible. Then what you would say about that?
I think if the news is correct, then maybe the responsible, not responsible.
Haven't you seen, firstly they print something, another day they apologize, that was the wrong news. Then firstly, why did they print out if they didn't know the exact source?
To catch the eyes of people.
To increase their, again,
Yeah.
whatever is there. Okay, so authenticity isn't there. And what about the media, TV channel? Single one-line news. They use 1,000 figures, 1,000 filters, and they are going to highlight that single line for 3 hours, 4 hours. Exactly, they are going to deliver the news, or they are doing something else.
No, they don't.
Elaborate. Should we trust on TV channels? But they are saying that's true. When the second channel is saying against them something, someone is saying these means these many people they have dead or killed. Another is saying opposite ratio.
Saved. What they are saved.
Same or opposite mostly.
Saved man.
Okay. And what about internet? When we go to internet, different type of news are shown to us,
Yes.
related to buy, related to sale, related to do some job, related to apply for any course. At that time, what's the point of view? So should we trust them? Should we go for some reliable sources? Or should we just take admission in any online course or something?
If it is authentic, then we want to enroll a type of that. But if there is an ad or scam, it will be also be a scam or ads. Then we use our mind to grab the course.
When we are to see every news with some suspicion that could be wrong, with a doubt, then is it correct to deliver a news when you are letting people in doubt only? There isn't any clear cut answer to you. Actually, don't you think that they are going to puzzle the human rather than going to sort out? So to this particular party or this to that you have to cast your vote or not. Sometimes they are going against, sometimes they are going in favor.
Because if the actual party gives them money or type of like election, that's why they say to give the party to give the vote to them.
So then does it decrease the brain load of public, or does it increase the load?
Jeez. Because if the public know about it, like the people, the families after before 13 or 2 or 3 hours, they are saying that the party is wrong. After that, they say party is good, you want to vote it. Then there is a conflict or fear about it.
Then in a way they are going to divert the mind of
People, public.
okay. So see, we are to go for random topic. Now rest is your choice. We are just speaking for speaking only. Now that rule. So first of all, there is a will plus first verb. So that is future indefinite. It means कोई काम मैं करूँगा. If you are saying I will do this, it means will plus first verb. But when you say in मैं ये कर रहा हूँगा, you are in the future continue, it means आप उसको गति दे रहे हो. Then will be verb ing. Will be verb ing. I will be doing this task. तो मैं ये काम कर रहा हूँगा. will के साथ फर्स्ट वर्ब ये अलग रूल है. will के साथ be लगा के फर्स्ट वर्ब लगा के ing लगाना ये एक अलग रूल है. तो ये दोनों ही जो है ये एक्टिव है. एक्टिव वॉइस है, एक्टिव वॉइस है. प्रेजेंट ये आपका फ्यूचर का इंडेफिनिट है या फ्यूचर का कंटिन्यू है. लेकिन जब हम पैसिव वॉइस में जाते हैं तो विल फर्स्ट जो है वो विल बी थर्ड हो जाता है. आप विल बी लगा रहे हो, विल बी हेल्प कर रहे हो तो विल बी हेल्प्ड करो. विल बी ट्राई कर रहे हो तो विल बी ट्राइड करो. और मेनली आपका हिंदी वो है तो विल बी थर्ड वर्ब तब आएगा जब आप ये विल फर्स्ट वर्ब फ्यूचर के इंडेफिनिट के एक्टिव का पैसिव बना रहे हो तो विल बी थर्ड आएगा. और उसके बाद क्या है, कोई भी एच ले लो, कैन, कुड, विल, वुड, मे, मस्ट, माइट, एबल, कुछ भी आप ले लो. तो इसमें आप जिनमें फर्स्ट वर्ब भी होती है सब में, वो सब निकालो फर्स्ट वर्ब भी, उन सब में बी डाल दो. उसके बाद थर्ड वर्ब लगाओगे, सारे पैसे तैयार हैं. तो आई विल बी गोन, ठीक है. आई विल बी गोन, आई कैन बी गोन, आई शुड बी गोन, आई मे बी गोन, आई मस्ट बी गोन. एच भी बदलो, एच भी से खेलो. तो ये सारे पैसिव हैं, ठीक है. तो बी अगर आया तो उसके पीछे थर्ड वर्ब पैसिव, बी आया थर्ड वर्ब पैसिव, बात खत्म. अगर बी आया तो आईएनजी आया, कंटिन्यू. ये 5 पता चल गए, 4 अब एक 5 में है, ठीक है. आप 2 लगा के बी लगा के थर्ड वर्ब कर दो, आगे कोई भी एच हो, ये भी पैसिव है. टू बी सिलेक्टेड, टू बी अपॉइंटेड, टू बी रजिस्टर्ड. तो फिर 2 के साथ बी, क्योंकि इसका मतलब है आप पैसिव में गए. और इसका एक आ जाओ, ये 5वां होगा. 6वां, जब आप सीधा कह देते हो मे बी दे आर गोइंग, मे बी दे आर, मे बी दे आर, कुछ उसके आगे तो कोई मर्जी एच वी लगाओ. अब ये जो मे बी लगा रहे हो ये एच वी नहीं है, दैट इज प्रोबेबिलिटी. आप उसका बता रहे हो कितने % चांस है. मे बी आई मे गो, मे बी आई मे नॉट गो. तो आप उसके बाद जो मे बी या कैन बी या शुड बी या कुड बी या वुड बी लगा रहे हो वो तो रूल है ना. लेकिन ये मे बी आप प्रोबेबली जो है, पॉसिबिलिटी कितनी है, तो प्रिडिक्शन कितनी है, तो ये उसके लिए लगा रहे हो. ये लिंकिंग वर्ड है, ये रूल नहीं है. अब आप मे बी लगा के कोई वर्ब सीधी लगा दोगे तो वो नहीं बनेगा. आपको इसको मे बी को कॉमा लगा के आगे पूरी लाइन बनानी पड़ेगी. तो 1 2 3 4 5 6 मैंने 6 तरीके से आपको मे बी बता दिया. अब नेक्स्ट टाइम आपको बोलने से पहले ये 6 चीज़ों को ध्यान रखना है कि आप कौन से वाला बोल रहे हो. भी लिंकिंग वर्ड वाला बोल रहे हो, पैसिव वॉइस वाला बोल रहे हो, एक्टिव वॉइस वाला बोल रहे हो, ठीक है. 6 तरीके हो गए। अब 7वां तरीका बता रही हूँ। 7वां तरीका होता है जब आप कोई भी HV लगाओ, सब्जेक्ट HV, उसके बाद ना आप बी को एज अ फर्स्ट वर्ब ले रहे हो। ये 7वां तरीका है। सो आई विल बी देयर, आई कैन बी देयर, यू शुड बी देयर। आपको वहाँ पे होना चाहिए, मैं वहाँ पे हो सकता हूँ, मैं वहाँ पर ही होऊंगा। तो अब ये बी का मतलब होना, अब ये फर्स्ट वर्ब है बेचारी, ये कुछ नहीं कर रही है। अब ये आपका एक्टिव है, ठीक है। अब आप कोई भी टेंस में डालो, अब ये सिर्फ वर्ब है, अब ये कोई पैसिव का गेम नहीं खेल रही, अब ये सिर्फ वर्ब है। अगर आप इसको वर्ब की तरह ले लो, अब इसके पीछे मत लगाना फिर एक और फर्स्ट वर्ब। आप विल बी हेल्प लगा रहे हो, विल बी ट्राई लगा रहे हो। आप क्या कर रहे हो, आप HV के बाद बी लगा के फर्स्ट वर्ब लगा रहे हो। ना तो आप ये बना पा रहे हो रूल, ना ये बना रहे हो, आप कोई तीसरा रूल इन्वेंट कर रहे हो, वो तो है ही नहीं रूल। फिर गेटिंग माई पॉइंट। आप विल बी हेल्प कर रहे थे, वो बन ही नहीं सकता ना। या तो बी को काट दो, या हेल्प को काट दो, या हेल्प को ED लगा दो, या हेल्प को ING लगा दो। कुछ तो करो, 6 और 7 में से कोई तो रोल बनाओ। ये तो 8वां रोल बना दिया आपने, जिसका हिंदी भी नहीं है, हिंदी नहीं है इसकी कोई, ठीक है। यहाँ तक क्लियर, डन।